Well, we knew it wouldn't be long before the corporate mainstream media listened to what President Obama had to say about progressives and run with it. Well, Chuck Todd and company got busy early this morning on the issue.
The speech that was given in these comments from Barack Obama this week about the Democratic Party. But John Bel Edwards, is that part of the Democratic Party that he was talking about that we don't see anymore? That's the kind of guy who can win in Louisiana. Those people aren't represented in the Democratic race anymore.
We sometimes forget, I think, that we always see the Republican Party shattering or bending under various pressures. The fact is we have been witnessing for about 5 years the Democratic Party dividing and shattering also. Debating what it stands for, that's what 2020 is really about. How far left are we going?
Well, it's interesting. So Barack Obama says this on Friday. This is still a country that is less revolutionary than it is interested in improvement. They like seeing things improve, but the average American doesn't think that we have to completely tear down the system and remake it. And I think it's important for us not to lose sight of that. Jeff Mason felt like an obvious shot a bit at the left. But I think you hear him saying that, and it's not lost on me that it's the most pragmatic candidate running so far, Pete Buttigieg, that is now surging in Iowa.
Yes, and somebody who's modeling himself in many ways after Obama in terms of strategy. I mean, it's hard not to interpret President Obama's comments there as a hit at Elizabeth Warren and at Bernie Sanders. It's just hard not to. It wasn't a full-throated endorsement of Joe Biden either, but Joe Biden's been working on that on his own by tying himself to his former boss.
It did. The rise of Pete, I think, is basically, it's because Democrats are looking for what Obama is saying. Somebody a little more just small c conservative.
Oh, Americans are looking for somebody somewhat small c conservative. Hey, folks, this is like giving Xanax to the American people. Remember, peer pressure is still a very powerful thing. And if Americans really believe that, oh, no, we don't want to have major changes to the system, that is what they're going to feel they believe they have to think. I mean, I go through that several times as I speak to thousands of people throughout. You speak to somebody and you say, oh, yeah, what you're saying is absolutely true. But then when the masses come in and somehow somebody is made to believe that we can't have that, oh, how would it look if I go with that? Please tell me, what is it that progressives want that is on the fringe? Everything that progressives are asking for, from healthcare to childcare to student loans, all these are issues having nothing to do with the fringe. It has everything to do with what people say they want. So the idea that making this a fringe, the idea that Obama tries to classify this as, oh, tearing down the system. This system, we know, came or developed from a cancer, but we understand that, look, there are more than one ways to particularly skin a cat. We can do it the Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders way, and that is ensuring that all Americans have all the benefits of a free economic system. Notice what I said, a free economic system. Progressives on the fringe, Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders on the fringe, that is a subliminal message they would like to send to you. Notice they have never ever explained, as they say these people are on the fringe, specifically what puts them on the fringe. What specifically do they want that most Americans don't?